that need to be put in a proper perspective. Sometimes what happens is, if I have to discuss or say negotiate with the other party, then lots of time you have to start yourself being humble. You know, I might have done some mistakes. I'm sorry about that, but let's sit down and talk about this. So that creates the environment of the what's that? I mean, amicability kind of stuff, friendship. So also the one more issue involved in that is, it is not the job of prime minister to deal with the border issue. No, the job of prime minister is to create environment of friendship.
Research Associate Dr. Tilak Bahadur Shrestha, sir. Welcome to the Gorkha Spirit.
Thank you very much. Namaste, Namaskar, Jodlapa, Tashi Delik, Shabaro, Shakwa, and all that.
How do you see the Nepal-India border issue?
Well, when you have a neighbors, they're bound to have a small issues involved in that. And so the wisdom is to how to tackle this with the wisdom and the friendship and love and the care, all that. So like I say, we have to keep the issue of border between Nepal and India, not only that one. It has to put a larger perspective of our thousands of years of cultural relationship, our dharmic relationship, our cultural relationship, all that. And so instead of focusing only on the border issue, we have to deal with a larger perspective of our much larger, relationship. And then within that relationship, if there are minor issues involved, like say border or for that matter, I'm sure there are other issues also, then we can sit down very amicably with a friendship, and in the name of Buddha, in the name of Sita and Ram and all that, so we can solve it. So I don't think this is a major issue. However, let's not make it a much unnecessary larger political issue. So it has to be kept very technical. In that one, recently the way our Prime Minister has spoken out, and so there are lots of criticism has been there. So in my opinion, that need to be put in a proper perspective. Sometimes what happens is, if I have to discuss or say negotiate with the other party, then lots of time you have to start yourself being humble. I might have done some mistakes. I'm sorry about that, but let's sit down and talk about this. So that creates the environment of amicability kind of stuff, friendship. So also the one more issue involved in that is, it is not the job of prime minister to deal with the border issue. No, the job of prime minister is to create environment of friendship. For example, he used to be talking about thousands years civilizations, Ram, Sita, and the Prakriti and all kinds of Buddha and all that. And so the friendship, so how much India has helped Nepal in different fields, economy and so on and so forth. Also similarly, Nepalese have played in all the Indian wars. So those are the relationship. How can you cut down on that? So you cannot do that. Now in that, so the Prime Minister will be talking about that, and after that he should bring out a small group of experts, like for example, Bhutinarayan Shrestha, Professor Khanal, Dr. Dwarka Thungel, and so on and so forth, right? They have written so many books on this issue, so they know. Prime Minister doesn't know, right? So his job is to bring a small team of, the competent technicians, competent professors, and then inspire them, right? So inspire them to put our case to Indian side. And similarly, Prime Minister also job is to inspire Indian side also, like their ministers or the technician people. Hey man, let's get together and let's solve this problem. Very in the environment of friendship, right? So he should be talking about environment of friendship and love and the Lord Buddha, and the technician would do the job. Thank you. Namaskar.
So the statement of the Prime Minister Balen Shah, that disturbs the diplomatic relation between Nepal and India. It's believed people realize the situations. So how we should solve this problem?
I don't see why should anybody get offended unless they are biased. Like say the opposition parties, there's Harubas, losers. Let me call them in a proper name. Loser Congress and the loser MLA and loser Mahabadi, they are looking for any kind of opportunities to what's called that? Let's say bad thing about the prime minister. So that's one side. Now, what the Ban exactly said, what he said was, there may be places where Nepal might have taken over the Indian side, and India might take over one. Now, he's not talking about amount. Maybe Nepal had taken like 1 square yard, and India may have taken about say 10 square yard. So he was not talking about amount. And also, as I said before, sometimes it's better to be humble and say that I may also have done mistakes to start negotiation. Now, it does not mean that I have done all the mistakes that you have not done none. That's not the issue. But however, again, let me put like this. The job of PM, Prime Minister, is not to negotiate on the border. No, that's done by the experts. His job is to create the good environment of friendship. Thank you.
So the president, chairman of Rasapa, Ravi Lamichhane, just returned of India visit, and our foreign affairs ministers, he also returned. And the relation in the party, Rashtriya Swatantra Party, these two leaders doesn't have good relation, it is said. Because
between foreign minister and the
Prime Minister Balin Saha and the chairman Ravi Lamichhane, President Ravi Lamichhane. So that relation, how much do you know about their relation?
I really don't know because I have not met either of them, and so I'm not privy to what they actually do, and also I'm not party of any political party, not even I'm not part of that. But however, the way I see is the job of Mr. Ravi Lamichhane is to take care of party, and the job of Mr. Balin Shah is to take care of government. So they are separate jobs and separate responsibilities. So I don't see why they should fight. And also when Mr. Balin Shah joined the Rasapa to go for election, that was understanding, right? So let's keep that understanding and let the Ravi Lamichhane work with the inside the party and Balin Shah work with the government side. Now, having said that, there's a big job cut out for Mr. Ravi Lamichhane. It is not easy to manage a party like Rasapa who doesn't have a long history, and all of a sudden they came to prominence. Now, that also brings lots of hard work, because the Congress parties like Congress, MLA, Mahabadi, they have organized all over Nepal. Rasapa doesn't have it, right? And so, in my opinion, what's going to happen is, next couple of more months, each party there will be a big fight within Congress, MLA, and Mahabadi. Hey, you because we lost. Hey, no, you because you lost, kind of stuff. And so once it will take maybe I don't know. I mean, just giving you a number. So a couple of months it may take to settle their differences within the party. So they will have one standard leader. Now once it happens, then they will be looking for some kind of bahana to attack the government. So that's the excuses to do that, right? So that is expected. And so, Rasapa doesn't have the whole lot of organized all over. And also, Rasapa got the negative vote, not the positive vote. What do I mean by that? Because people are tired of this Congress, tired of MLA, and tired of Maoists. These people are really the corruption centers, and so they don't want them. So Rasapa came to being as a negative vote. Now, how are you going to convert this negative vote to positive vote? It's very simple. Work very hard. Make sure all the expectation of the people are fulfilled. Now, when I say that, you can do that. I mean, the expectation has no limit to it, but at least there should be a show of cases, especially against the what's called that. There are a few issues I need to mention. Number one, corruption. Second point, corruption. Third point, corruption again. That has to go. Second one is our education system must be re-evaluated, because our education system should have our core values, like I said, Satya Bada, Priya Bada, Dharmagara kind of stuff. You speak truth, speak sweet, you do the good job kind of stuff. They are not taught. The Sanskrit removed, Naiti are out, Nepal Paris are out. Why? Right? Now, those are the issues must be dealt first. Only then the issue of becoming like engineers, doctors, or geologists comes later. Economic comes later. Because let me put out again, the education or the shiksha or the knowledge or the vidya is defined by number one, what's called atmabal, that positive attitude, and I can do it. That's number one. Number two, again, coming from our core values from the Veda, right? Speak truth, speak sweet, do a good job, respect your parents, respect teacher, and so on and so forth, right? Third comes ask question, how come, why not, how, those kinds of issues you have to figure out yourself. Of course, you'll get help from libraries and the specialists and the teachers, of course they do that. Only after these three comes the vocational training. Being engineers and doctors and computer science and geologists and economists, they are second part of that. Now what's happening is, if you become like you got some kind of degree, like a master degree, hey man, now you are the most educated person. Not really, right? And that's why if you go around the school and ask the students, after 10 plus 2, what's the plan? 80%, 90% students are saying that they're going abroad. It's a very sad thing. Of course, we don't have jobs and those things also there, but the whole idea of the whole generation is talking about going abroad, regardless of why not, is a sad issue for us, and we have to deal with that. So I hope the government deals first corruption, second the education system. Thank you.
Do you trust the youth PM Balin Sahab? He could handle all this?
Let me put like this. Whether I trust or not is not the issue. But the people have voted for him, more than a two-thirds majority. So the Nepali people have trusted him. And so far he has not done bad things. The one or two minor things let's forget that. Now it will be 2-3 more months before we can actually say whether he is a good person or not. So right now we have to hold the judgment. Let him work out. Let's help him to work, and then after 3-4 months time, and if he really works or not, that is evaluated as per the job done, not as per what you speak. Thank you.
It means he could handle this.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying whether he could or not, we are not in the present time. We cannot evaluate that. We still have to wait a few more months to see if he can do it or not.
So up to now, looking at his performance, so how much you expect from him?
Let me put like this. Number one, he moved all the what's called the settlers by the riverside, right? The question is, why the previous party have not done that? Why the government, the Congress, MLA and Mahabharata have not done that? That's the question. He did, right? So that's good job, Now, when in that good job, there may be minor mistakes. Some people must get hurt and all that, So I'm not ignoring that fact also. But then major issue and the minor issue has to be different. Before, none of these ministers talks about the border issue, right? When the Ole was the prime minister, they printed a textbook showing our Kalapan, right? So he took up all the books out, right? So what does that mean? It means that's an anti-national issue, right? Now, when Biden came, India is talking about it, right? So that's a positive side, right? Also, same thing about corruption. Same the office. In the office, now people all the officers going at the right time. Before, they go around, whenever they feel like going, and they leave the cap, and then you have never seen them again.
You are hopeful.
So, those are the positive sides. Now you can criticize a few minor issues here and there. I'm not saying that's good, that's bad. Hope he improves on that.
The criticism also helped the government to improve their performance.
Right, also. And so, I'm all for the role of the opposition. But opposition must have two things in mind. Is their opposition or criticism is positive or not? Are they suggesting something or not? But more important than that, when they were in government, what they have done? Say border issue, Congress was in government, right? MLA was in government, right? Maharashtra was in government, right? So what they have done? So you do nothing when you are in power, and then you criticize Biden, right? That's the most hypocrites I can think of. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for joining with us.
Namaskar, Dolapa, Tashi Delik, Shebaru, Shakwa, and all that. Namaskar.